This was easily one of the most absurd clearance battles ever seen at the World Championship. With this shot, the rocket not only sent the yellow cannonading off the jaw of the pocket, but also knocked the green down towards the lower half of the table, and even left the cue ball in a position that handed Selby a straightforward pot into the jaws. Selby, trying to gain position on the lower green, hit the shot far too hard and ended up leaving the yellow sitting right over the right-hand pocket. A ball that should have gone was suddenly gone begging. If the rocket wanted to win this frame, he had no choice but to power through and force position on the green. Let's see exactly how the rocket chose to play it. Once again, the rocket overhit the shot and the yellow rattled out. Worse still, the final positions of the balls handed another chance straight back to Selby. 4-2 of the world's very best to keep making mistakes like this. Only shows just how tense and dramatic this frame had become. So who do you think would finally hold their nerve and pot that yellow? Under the gaze of the entire arena, Selby missed the yellow yet again, and in doing so accidentally knocked the green out as well. To make matters worse, he left the rocket a chance with a decent angle. Selby walked away from the table in despair, while the crowd willed the rocket to finally take control of the frame. A yellow with a good angle, and yet the rocket missed it again. Had you not seen it with your own eyes, you simply would not believe what was unfolding. After wave of attempts from both players, the yellow somehow remained untouched. Even the commentator could only describe it as unbelievable. After the shot, the yellow jammed itself right in the jaws, almost gifting Selby another opportunity, and yet the catalog of bizarre errors was still not over. This time, Selby finally potted the yellow, and the cue ball ran perfectly onto the green. At that moment, the broadcast cut back to footage of the rocket's earlier mistake. This was the 2014 World Championship final, where every single frame could decide who lifted the trophy. Even someone as battle-hardened as the rocket found the pressure almost suffocating. Selby then missed the green as well, his face unable to hide his frustration. No one could have imagined that two of snooker's elite would make so many errors during the colors clearance. The rocket made another mistake of his own, and the exchange of outrageous shots finally had the normally stone-faced Selby laughing out loud. Selby then chose to ignore the green over the pocket altogether, opting instead to fall back on his greatest strength, defense, and wait for another chance. The sheer caution of the shot sent the crowd into laughter. The rocket now switched fully into safety mode. Using the brown, he produced a perfectly judged snooker. Let's see how Selby dealt with the escape. Selby caught the green while getting out, with the cue ball finishing just above the black. It was almost good enough to turn the tables, and leave a high-quality snooker in return. The rocket tried to use the blue to lay another snooker, but the green was unexpectedly blocked by the black. Not only did the snooker fail to materialize, it also handed Selby a golden opportunity. Even then, Selby failed to take his chance. Worse still, the way the two balls came to rest left the rocket with a perfect attacking option, as the angle lined up beautifully onto the brown at the top of the table. The rocket stepped in without hesitation. A hugely difficult green dropped cleanly into the pocket, and to gasps from the crowd, the cue ball ran inch perfect onto the brown. At moments like this, the rocket's accuracy looked almost supernatural. Watching on, Selby could only feel his heart race, wondering how such a long-range shot at that angle could go in, and whether the earlier misses had somehow been deliberate. The rocket then calmly potted the pink, and with one final display of outrageous precision, he sealed the frame and claimed victory.